Hello, my name is Rohit. I'll be your nurse for today. And your name is?
My name is Pamela Tolapa.
So, Pamela, what brings you in today?
I've been recently diagnosed with iron deficiency anemia, and my doctor prescribed me a medication which I stopped taking since last month because it's causing me to have black stary stool, which I'm actually scared of.
Well, Pamela, I understand your concerns why you stop your medication because you're scared of the black stairs school. So, tell me, how has it affected you since you have stopped your medication?
I've been working as a waitress and I have to serve people. Whenever I take their order, I notice that I usually run out of bread and I'm having shortness of breath and I feel like I'm really tired all day and I feel lethargic most of the time.
Well, Pamela, as you said, you have been diagnosed with anemia. Do you know what anemia is?
To be honest, I don't know much about anemia. What I heard from my doctor is that I lack in iron. I mean, what is iron? I only know that iron is what utensils are made of. So can you please elaborate that for me?
Yeah, sure, Pamela. I'll be glad to do that. But before we get into the learning and teaching process, I want to ask you, how do you learn the best?
By one-on-one interaction like this and by visuals.
Good, Pamela. So I've got a couple of charts here and brochures that explains in detail what anemia is and the cause it have on the body. So let me tell you, to begin with, the symptoms you've been experiencing, shortness of breath while you're fatigued, it's one of the common side effects of when you're anemic. So, and as for the iron, as you know, we have blood flowing in all of our body, and whenever we perform any activity or anything like that, our blood takes oxygen to the organ that required oxygen. In iron, what it does, in our blood, there's a thing called red blood cells. So in every 120 days, our red blood cells dies and new red blood cells come back into the bloodstream. So iron, what it does, whenever these old blood cell dies, it helps from the breakdown of those red blood cells to make new red blood cells. So in your case, Pamela, since you are lacking iron, what's happening is you don't have the new production of red blood cells. You have low red blood cells in your blood. So what happens? As you said, you work in a hotel. Whenever you take order, you get people food. You get tired. You get shortness of breath. You feel lethargic. So same thing. Whenever you move around, you don't have enough red blood cells in your body to bind to that oxygen and take it to your other organs of the body, which need oxygen. That's why it's causing all of your symptoms, Pamela. I know it's kind of a lot of information to take it in for one day, but here's some, you can take these brochures and chart, which you can refer back when you go home. And there's a couple of websites here as well that you can go and get some more additional information about anemia.
Oh wow, this is a really good resource. Now I know what's the cause of my symptoms. I mean, I don't want to live like this. I'm only 21. I want to feel energetic. So what can you recommend for me?
Well, Pamela, there's a lot of interventions we can talk about. First of all, as you mentioned earlier in the session, that you stopped taking your medication, iron supplement, because of the black stairy tool. Well, Pamela, it's one of the major adverse effects. Whenever you take iron supplements, it causes you to have black stairy tool. So it's nothing to be concerned about. It's just bypass of the medication. That means your medication is working and your body is absorbing iron. So it's nothing to be scared about when you have black stairy tool. It's just really common adverse effect. Secondly, try to take your medication, iron supplements on empty stomach before meals. And try to take them with vitamin C source like orange juice. What it does, it helps in the reabsorption of the iron to better absorb in your body. Other thing you can do, Pamela, is to have green leafy vegetable and high protein, high meats, high in iron in your diet to increase the absorption of iron in your body. Lastly, what you can do is whenever you go for shopping, you can buy utensils that are specially made for anemic people. So there's special fish. You can drop it in your food whenever you're making rice, you're boiling your rice, your water, just drop it in there. So that way your food is also absorbing iron, and when you eat it, you're getting that proper iron intake in your diet. And also I got a special booklet here for you. It have different type of food sources and what type of nutrients they have. It's all in the booklet, so you can refer to it and look for food that are rich in iron, and you can incorporate that to your diet.
Oh wow, these are really good resources. Thank you so much for this.
Yeah, I know it's quite a lot of teaching. Just to make sure we're on the same page and you know what we have talked about so far, would you mind telling me what we have learned so far?
Yeah, sure. I learned that iron is not just what utensils are made of.
Yeah.
I learned that iron is an important mineral in our body as it helps in producing red blood cells. I also learned not to stop taking my medication because black stools are the most common adverse effect of this medication. And I also learned to take the medication before meals and take it with vitamin C, such as orange juice or also orange juice. And I should also modify my diet. I should eat more leafy green vegetables.
Yeah.
And I should also eat more meat that's high in iron.
That's good, Pamela. And do you have any more questions or concerns for me?
No. You've been really helpful. Now I know what's causing my symptoms and how it is important to have an adequate level of iron. And I'm really grateful for you for that information.
I'm glad, Pamela, I could help you. And thank you. Have a nice day.